Am. Here it is. It's 4:31 Eastern. It's time for Sean Litvak on Facebook Live. Now, I'm here to talk about today learning new skills. That's why you've been seeing me here on Facebook Live, because there's lots of skills to learn with this. First of all, instead of looking at myself, I need to look at the camera. So I'm making eye contact with you. So I want to talk about learning new skills today. And as you see me turning, full transparency, as you see me turning over here, I'm looking at my notes. Because when I've spoken in front of people before, I always had notes on my phone. Maybe I need to do it like that in the future, but for now, I'm keeping it on one of my other monitors. So I'm talking today about learning new skills. Why am I on Facebook Live? Well, in case you hadn't noticed, in the last 9 weeks, the world has changed. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. But I will quote an old friend, Bob Corkin. It's not good news. It's not bad news. It's just news. Let that roll around in your head for a while. So the world has changed, and we need to change with it. When I do something new, and maybe you're the same way, I can get terrified and get this rush of adrenaline. Is it okay that I'm being transparent with you today? That terrified feeling and that rush of adrenaline. I mean, I've gotten up in front of large groups of people, students or prisoners. I'm going to talk about both of them today probably. And I still got that rush of adrenaline. But let me tell you, going live to the world, when right now there's, one person watching me. But hey, I see 3 names have been here, so who knows, maybe more will join us as we move forward. It can be terrifying. So let me tell you a story about my first in-person sales call. Now, those of you that know me know that I have been in sales for quite some time. The majority of my career, and even when I wasn't in sales, well, let's face it, it's me. I'm wired for sales. So everything is about the sale. The first sales call I ever went on alone was here in Louisville, Kentucky in 1992. That was a while ago. 1992. And what did I do before I sat in front of the customer? I sat in my car full of adrenaline, shaking, terrified, nervous. I was about to do something that everyone had told me throughout my entire life that I would be great at. I was going to sell. And I was terrified, horrified, mortified. I didn't know what to do. I sat in the car for half an hour because I'd gotten there an hour early because, if you're not early, you're late. And as I sat there, just terrified, I finally got up the nerve to go inside and talk to the person that I was going to talk to. His name, all those years ago, was a gentleman named Don Williams at the Prudential facility in Louisville, Kentucky, way out on the east end of Louisville. And they did, I don't know, human resource processing, for lack of a better term. We'll call it that. And I sat in front of him, bumbling, falling over myself about what I was talking about. I knew the business, I knew what we did, but I was bumbling. And in the end, I remember looking at him going, so can I give you a price? With that voice like that? And he kind of laughed. He said, no. He goes, but I'll let you give me a price one day when we're ready to look. And here's the thing. That one day came, and I sold the account. I sold it. And we started cleaning it. And it was great. But I had to get over that initial hurdle of fear, terror, and adrenaline. So then, another time, the first time I got in front of a group of people, I remember I was part of a church. My wife and I were part of this church. And I was invited to join the jail ministry. So I went with the jail ministry team to go observe. And I observed, and then the next month we went again, and they had told me that I was going to get to preach. So I had notes and notes and notes. I probably had 4 or 5 pages of notes of what I was going to talk about. Now here's the great thing. If you've never done a presentation at a jail, you know, the prisoners can't leave the room. You know your audience isn't going to walk out. Unlike Facebook Live where people are coming in and out as I'm sitting here talking to you. Okay, I thought that was funny. Anyways, so I get up and I just preach my heart out. I feel like I went on forever. I had all these notes and I had all this adrenaline within me. And I preached a whole 5 minutes. Everything that I had prepared hours for in 5 minutes, skipped points, probably quoted things wrong even though I had them in front of me. And when we were leaving, the head of our jail ministry looked at me and said, "Gosh, you did a really good job. Would you come again next month and preach with us?" Oh. So that was how I ended up getting the jail ministry for a long time. But the point is learning a new skill. So let me tell you now, every single time, hear me, every single time I get in front of a group of people of more than a handful, okay, I feel a rush of adrenaline when I'm going to speak to them publicly. People tell me all the time that I am well, they don't tell me all the time, but they tell me a lot, okay? I don't want to make it sound like it's every time. They tell me a lot that I am a very good, a fantastic, extemporaneous speaker. Give me a topic, give me 5 minutes, I'll get up and I'll talk about it. I may not be telling you everything right, but you know, I've got the gift of gab. I'll get up and talk. But I feel that rush of adrenaline because it's a new skill that I have learned, how to get in front of people and talk. You see, and I notice we're talking new skills. I'm being transparent here. I keep looking at myself. I need to figure out how to make my image go down so I look at the camera. Okay, I need to look at the camera when I am talking to all of you. So let me focus in on the camera. So my point is learn a new skill. People tell me all the time, "Oh, I can't get in front of you and speak the way you do." Good. I hope you speak better than I do. You know, I've had a couple people say to me, "Boy, you're going live on Facebook? That's just amazing. How are you doing that?" In a terrified adrenaline rush kind of way, quite frankly. But I'm learning moderation because let me tell you, the world is going virtual. Not everything, but there's going to be a whole lot more virtual than there ever was. I sell to property managers and talk to a lot of people who work in buildings. And you know what people are saying? I had someone tell me the other day, "Yeah, I hope I never have to go back to the office." I had someone tell me that, "Okay, I'll probably have to go back once a week, but I get so much more done at home." And this is a high-level person. Twitter told their staff, "You don't ever have to come to the office again." Okay, the world is changing around us, people. I don't know what the end game of it all is. I know I'm going out to see some people in person this week. Yay, me. So excited to have face-to-face meetings. But you know what I'm doing? I'm setting up virtual meetings online. Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Facebook, Twitter, I don't know, whatever. I'm figuring out how to do this all virtual because people are concerned. People are scared. And some people just don't care. And they'll meet with you in person. You just got to get their companies to let you in. But my point is, the world is changing. And we all need to learn new skills. So here, let me look here at my notes because I know I had something really profound to say, ah, yes. So my point, the world has changed and we all need to learn new skills. Now, getting in front of people and talking may not be your thing. But let me ask you, what is your thing? What is your new skill? We've been in shelter in place for 9 weeks. Have you tried a new skill? Have you learned a new skill? Are you thinking about a new skill? Because let me tell you, it's going to be different out there. All this, watching movies and binge watching and doing this and watching all of that. I love to watch stuff as much as anybody, but let me tell you, it's really diminished. It's boring. It's other people's lives. I want to live my life. I want to live my family's life. I want us to live. I don't want to watch other people living all the time. We're learning new skills. So figure out a skill that you want to learn and go do it. Go do it. And let me tell you a secret. You're going to be bad at it to start with. You're going to be terrified when you make that first leap. You may even have adrenaline rushing through you that you don't know how to control, that you don't know how to moderate. But I am here to tell you, boy, can you tell I lived in the country? I am here to tell you, you can get over it. You can excel in that new skill. You can be more than you think you are. I love the word expectation. And let me tell you why. I wasn't going to go there today, but I'm just going to give you a hint of something future I'm going to talk about. When people say, boy, I hope that happens. I hope I feel better. I hope I don't get a cold. I hope I don't get COVID-19. I hope I close that deal. I hope the weather turns warm. When you look at the root of the word hope, it's expect. It's expectation. So why don't you change what you're saying? Because hope, there is no wish I may, wish I might. There's expectation. I expect that I'm going to be healthy. I expect the weather's going to get warmer. I expect that I'm going to close that deal. What is your expectation? You need to have the expectation of learning a new skill and knowing that you will become tremendous at it. Because let me tell you, this is my 4th time, I think, maybe 5th time here on Facebook Live. And although I have not cultivated a large audience just yet, I need to figure out how to let you guys know without seeming presumptuous that I'm going to be live. I'm far calmer today than I was in days past. That is learning a new skill. So go out, learn your new skill, be terrified, be horrified, and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again. And eventually, it'll be easy. Have a great Sunday, what's left of it, and hey, do something for you and your family. Bye now.